The analogy that I want you to think about is your website, which encompasses your lead page and your blog. All of that together is going to be your house. Stick with me. So that's your house. Landing page, by the way, is just one page that you can have on your site that you are dedicating to whatever the product or the idea that you want to get out there, the service. So for instance, if you are trying to sell your freemium, when I say sell, meaning give away your freemium, that's a gift that you're giving to people with an exchange of an email address. You could build a landing page, a one page on your website that basically has that information in terms of what the product is, why somebody would need it, and addressing some of the pain points of the person that would want to get that. You can include a photo, you can include a video, and then a sign up below, which is called an email opt-in. All of that can be simply done on your website, and it would just be under your regular domain. You do not need to get another domain. Now, a lot of people do use lead pages, which is fine. It's totally okay. And for a lot of people, that's more convenient and it's easy to use, which is great. For me, I try to save money where I can because lead pages is going to cost you a monthly. And I try to keep everything in-house, meaning in my website. So if you're using WordPress, it's as easy as clicking new page and then putting your content on the page. And then if you need more help or you want to start doing like A/B testing, West Coast UX is a great resource for you when it comes to anything dealing with websites, especially user interface. It's a great local company here in town where I'm at. So that's your house. Website is your house. Everything on that website is your house. Then you're thirsty, so you drive down to Starbucks. Now get this. Starbucks is your social media platforms. So you have your house, which is your website, and you have your social media platforms, which is Starbucks. Now, you're at Starbucks. You are inside Starbucks. You left your website, so you left home to go to Starbucks. You're in line. You're waiting for the lady in front of you who's on her phone talking. The barista is trying to get her attention. And you're waiting there, you're listening to the music overhead, you're hearing the steamers at the bar, and people calling out other people's names. There's people all around us. There's a lot of noise going on, right? The only way that someone's going to notice you at a busy Starbucks at 5 p.m. in the evening is if you do something. You have to either bump into someone, you have to either spill your drink, talk loud, or if you have something that is paper that you want to post up on the bulletin board, it has to be loud. It has to have something that attracts people's eye when they're sitting there pouring sugar in their coffee and throwing their napkins away. So think about it that way when you're trying to put all these pieces together, is that your website is your home, your social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, Pinterest, all of that, is Starbucks. It's loud and it's crowded. The only way you're going to get noticed over here at Starbucks is if you do something, and you have to do it well, or you have to just be obnoxious and get out there. It's a lot harder to get noticed over here than it is over here. Here is where all of your stuff is. Over here is where you're competing with everyone. So that is why I suggest you really own your website, because that's the only thing you own. Basically, you're owning your website. That's your home. You own it. You're over at Starbucks, and basically you're renting it. Think about it that way and really drive people back to your website. You're going to see when you go over, if you've never been to my website, that's where you're going to see that at edtroxelcreative.com, I try to build everything out for you there, so that way you have a one place to go and find everything. You don't need to be jumping from my YouTube channel to my Facebook to my Instagram to this and that. No, think more about having it on your website, starting with your website, and then slowly pushing it out to the social media channels. And again, you can write a whole big old body of text for one blog post, and then chop that up into small little portions, whether you want to do a quick little video, 30 seconds, a minute, or 2 minutes that you can post to Facebook or YouTube, or a 15-second clip to Instagram. Draw them back, to your website. So you make that little post, and then you put the website in the links, and boom, they're coming back to see the full article or the full post on your website. That's why I don't advertise my YouTube channel. I could care less about my YouTube channel and more about my website. And that's why all these scopes, I edit them in iMovie, then I upload them to YouTube, and then I embed them on my website and refer you guys straight to my website, because there's no need to go to YouTube. There's not a whole lot over there. I mean, there's other videos, but most of those are all on Scope School, so you can see them all and see the content that I have with it, as well as you can comment and interact with the other people that are commenting there. So that way everyone's in one spot having that conversation, versus me having to piece everything together and say, oh, somebody said that over on Facebook. Well, now they're on Instagram. Oh, but here and there. Personally, it drives me crazy. So that's what I want you to think about, is your website is your home base, social media is your coffee shop, and you have to drive over to one and try to stand out a little bit more there.